What's up, my people? Today I'm here to talk about how to set up your fat loss without having to guess. What I mean by not having to guess is obtaining information from so many different sources that you feel like you've come to your own conclusion in your mind, and you start to do so many things at once that it comes to a point where it confuses you, right? And then after, you feel like you have to start guessing. You understand? Like, you feel like you have to guess. I guess this looks like it's the good thing to eat because it says it has low calories, so I'm gonna eat it. But for all you know, that's a protein bar that has about 50 ingredients, and that's something that big, and that's gonna cause you harm. So right now I'm gonna teach you and I'm gonna guide you how to stop guessing and to kind of release that tension in your mind and to stop that overwhelming feeling in your head of thinking that fitness and dieting and becoming a healthy person is something complicated when it really isn't. Okay, I'm here to make your life easier for you. Okay, so make sure that you stick through the video so that I can teach you the best way, because listen, it worked for me and I have achieved so much, not only in just my physique. I've also changed the way my skin looks. I've also changed the way that my body looks. I've become stronger, I've become leaner, and I've also built tons of muscle. Okay, so I'm about to teach you how to make a step-by-step plan and how to plan things out so that you can stop guessing and feeling useless and hopeless in your path to success. What this consists of, right, is I have it all listed right here so that I can give you all the information you need. So starting off, right, routine and automation builds consistency, right? You need to stop guessing. You need to stop freeballing these things. You can't just not plan when you have your meals. You can't just not plan when you work out. You cannot just not plan these kinds of things. You have to make sure that you create a routine. We as businessmen, we live off routines. So we have to put these things into our routine so that it can feel normal to us. Because if we don't adapt it into our routine, we're most likely not gonna stick to it. So let me get into details, right? So when you put something into your routine, something that I recommend you do, which helps a lot, is creating like a calendar or a checklist for your day. If you're able to do that, that will allow you to see the things you need to do in your day and then go by them as the day goes on. So you see that, okay, my meal is at 10 a.m. or I should have my meal at 1 p.m. I should have my meal at this time. Or you would sit here and say, okay, cool, I've written on my checklist that my workout starts at 6:30. So you make sure that that workout is checked off on your list. That way you will feel more accomplished within your day, and this is how you'll build consistency and a routine. Okay? So when you're able to adapt all these things on your checklist for at least a month, at least, right? Afterwards, you'll do it without even thinking. All right? So listen, here comes the next point. Make time for you to shop for foods. Okay? So, same thing I was talking about, that checklist, okay? You gotta make a time at some point during the week where you can get your groceries. You can get the foods for wherever you cook them. If you cook them at home, if you cook them at work, or if you cook them after work. Whenever it is, you need to find a time where you can get all the groceries you need that can allow you to be ready for the whole week. Don't make multiple visits to the shop for food. Go once, and come on, let's be time efficient here. Go once and make sure that you set yourself up for the whole week. Calculate it. For me, I sit here and say, all right, cool. How many eggs do I have a day? I have 8 eggs a day. All right, cool. How many boxes do I have to buy? Each box comes with 6 in them. So how do I do it? I did the calculation, okay? And I figured out that I need 8 boxes of eggs. There's 6 in each box, and that sets me up for the whole 6 days that I'm at work, right? And by the end of the week, all my eggs are finished. So you need to pick a day, all right? Pick a day that you can get your food so that you don't have to do multiple visits, all right? That will make things easier for you, and you can add it into your plan so you can stop overcomplicating things, okay? So the next one, make a plan for your workout times. Like I said, whenever that feels best for you. If you feel like you work out, you feel like you enjoy your workouts better before work, do them before work. If you feel like you enjoy them after work, do it after work. Find the time that is suitable for you and your regime, stick to it. Okay? If you know that you won't stay consistent to a regime where your workout is in the morning, then don't work out in the morning. If the only reason you feel like you want to work out in the morning is because you're not bothered to go to the gym after work, then you're just lazy. Sorry, the truth hurts. So you need to pick yourself up and you need to sit here and say, no, I know I won't stay consistent going to the gym in the morning because it's too early for me. So I'm gonna put the strength and the determination and the discipline to say, no, I'm gonna go to the gym after work, because that's the time I know that I will have the only chance to go. Whereas some people like to work out in the morning. That people are early birds, they like to get up and they like to get things done straight in the morning. So if that works best for you, then add it to your checklist. Checklist is important. Wake up, brush my teeth, start morning routine, morning coffee. Whatever your morning regime is, whatever your plans are for the day, you need to write it all down and check them off as you go. There's plenty of ways of doing this. Google Calendar, you can go on your notes and you can make a list that has a checkbox on it, okay? You can do that as well. Make sure that you have a plan for when you work out so that you can also stay consistent to that, okay? Don't just go and work out whenever you feel like you're going to work, you want to work out, because you will be inconsistent like every single other person in the gym. People only come for seasons, but are you going to turn up every season? All right. Some people only come to the gym in the winter time because they have to set their body up for the summertime. No, you're gonna have your summer body 12 months a year. Okay? That's how I want you to turn up to the gym, because you need to have a plan. Okay? So next one, a time to eat the food. You need time and you need to schedule when you're gonna have your food. All right? So in times during the day where you know and you're confident that you can have food, that's when you will have food. Okay? For me, I have food at 12 to 1 p.m. because I know that's a time where I know I'll be available and I will be able to go in my office. I have everything set up. I've bought all the equipment I need to be able to cook the food that allows me to stay consistent. Make a plan for when you're gonna eat your foods. Whether that's before work, during work, after work, every single meal you plan of having, write it down on your checklist. Checklist, checklist, checklist. If you don't have a checklist going into these with this information, then you're gonna forget all of it. You need to make sure that you actually have the information in front of you and you know what you have to do during your day so that you can get it done. Okay? So listen, I want you to adapt all these things, all right? Routine and automation builds consistency, okay? Add all of this is the general plan, all right? So routine creates automation, okay? Because eventually you won't even have to think about checking your checklist. You won't even have to think about doing it because it's part of your life already. So it becomes automated, right? Make time for you to get your groceries. Okay, make time for that, because if you don't, that means you can't make the time to eat. And even if you don't have groceries and you make the time to eat, afterwards your only option will be to get food from, kebab shops and all these fast food places, and therefore will end up giving you bad health, right? So make time for when you need to shop for your food, make a plan for your workout times, and make a time for you to eat food. Make sure that these are all on your checklist so that you can be successful and you can feel less overwhelmed about your day at work, because everything is written down for you and you don't have to guess. Okay? Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you and I hope that you learned a lot from this. I'm always here to help and provide value, and have a good day.